Peace, 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 and hopefully everybody is starting off in the middle of or coming to a conclusion of a very productive day. You know, me, I'm just starting off at this time. You know, um, and minding my thoughts. You know, basically minding your thoughts is questioning whatever it is that you do, whatever you're going through, to have to take the time to take a thorough look at self, and so a couple of weeks ago things came up for me, and I was ready to make a move, before I was ready to make the move, and I was riding on my emotions, and I had to sit back and think, I said, wait a minute, I post stuff about not reacting to you, acting upon your emotions. I tell people, you're in your feelings right now. You shouldn't make a decision to come out of your feelings. But here I was, ready to do it, and I was using the old strong tools. See, the tools of acting in your emotion is to justify, rationalize, or minimize anything that opposes what your emotions are telling you what to do. So I was doing that. I was justifying and rationalizing, and it was all about the other person and the other people and what they were doing. And poor me. Why are they doing this to me? The routine. We've all done it. And so, I had to sit back and then I realized something. I started thinking about something, and I was like, this is June now. It was actually May then, but May, June. Yeah, I know a girl named May June. Hey, May June. Anyway, so I started thinking about it and stuff. I'm like, it's very similar to the situation you was in last year, and you realize after you sat back and processed that you had actually acted in your emotions, and you had kind of, you played yourself, and sometimes I got a tendency to, do things that I think are slick and smart, but I actually am playing myself, you know what I'm saying? I'm not thinking, because that's what, when you mind your thoughts, you give yourself an opportunity to think and also to challenge yourself, So I had to challenge myself because I had to take the situation last year, break it down. Then I had to take the situation this year and break it down. Then I had to ask myself the ultimate question: what's more important, your pride, your ego, or your goals and purpose? Yeah. Well, for me, it was an easy choice. It's like, you know what? Because I get into it so deep. I'm anticipating their move, so I'm playing chess. They gonna either do this, or this, right? And so I'm like, you know what? It's not about them. It's about me. You know what I'm saying? I have to make a decision as to what I want. Well, I have a goal, so do I want that? Am I willing to sacrifice my ego and my pride to come out of my emotions to continually work for my goal? Yes, I said. Okay. Now, you say this, but can you do this? And so, and what has been transpiring, it's been kind of comical, almost scary, you know what I'm saying? Because, me and the guy were basically at each other's throats, and I just chilled, you know. I act like nothing happened, you know, because I have to work with this person and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And they control certain things, you know, which I don't like when you know, when somebody has power over me. However, you know, talking to an old friend of mine, you know what I'm saying, and we were talking about something. We were talking about these goals and our purpose, you know, the things that we, you know what I'm saying, because me and him go way back, you know, like, shit, 40 years, you know, or, yeah, over 40 years, you know what I'm saying? We go way back, and, you know, we spent a lot of times, and we did a lot of things, you know, we did a lot of growing together, you know. We met as teenagers, and, you know, it's one of them friends that, like, and we hadn't talked to each other in like 20 years, 25 years, something like that. And then all of a sudden one day I was like, man, I need to talk to this dude. You know what I'm saying? I need to hear his voice. And, you know, we friends on Facebook, but we would just go back and forth. So I text him, you know, I DM'd him, man, send me your number. Here's my number. And then we start talking. And, you know, but then anyway, the other day he said something, and I was like, damn, I thought I was the only one who thought like that. Because, you know, the situation that the society that we live in, you know, we are practically enslaved. You know, some of you may not think that, but that's what it is. You know, we are enslaved. You know, the matrix is real, you know, to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when you look at things, you know what I'm saying, when you just kind of step back and you know, when you're in your emotions, when I'm in my emotions, I can't think. Emotions are angry, jealous, you know, hate, even love. Because love, you know what I'm saying, love is not an emotion, but it can be emotional if it's not properly, if it's not put in its proper place and context. You know, because everything got two sides to it. So you got love, you got hate, you got jealousy, you got envy, you got all these emotions. You know what I'm saying? And we're emotional people, you know. We're emotional people. And people know this. And they use that against us, you know, because we're in a position that if we don't think clearly, if we don't be rational, if we drop the emotionalism out of things, you know, and look at the big picture, be willing to make the sacrifice, you know, it's like you can achieve something. You know, it's like, you know, when I used to watch, you know, the Mafia movie, I just like use the Mafia for example. You know, they might be, you know, in The Godfather, they was killing each other, and then they like, wait a minute, hold up, business has gone down because we're fighting. Let's have a meeting, let's squash all the beef, and let's get this money. You know what I'm saying? And on a grand scale, you know, in a group setting, that's what needs to happen a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I look around and I see like all these different groups of us, you know, and everybody's firing out the same thing, you know. And they're, you know, to their belief and their position, they're right, you know. But at the same time, and I'm talking about all of them, they're wrong. And the part that I see or I feel is wrong is that, you know what, I don't want, you believe, this is what you believe? Cool. I'm not going to attack it, you know what I'm saying, because it's not important right now. You know what's important right now? You know what I'm saying? Us realizing that we are all enslaved, and we need to get the fuck up out this slavery shit. Real talk, you know? And so, you know, my homeboy said, you know, he said, yeah, man, you know, I'm I'm doing this, this, and this, and this is why I'm doing it, because I'm trying to buy back my time. I was like, huh? My nigga. I couldn't believe he said that. I said, man, I thought I was the only one that thought like that. I never heard nobody else say that. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying that other people haven't said it, because there probably is. You know what I'm saying? But they never said it to me, you know. I ain't never heard it, you know. But it was something that I've been saying for a few years, you know. A few years. And I was like, yeah. You know, because once I have my time, then I can thoroughly embrace my purpose, you know. And so, you know, all of that was going through my mind as I'm sitting there, you know. Like I said, now the results, it's been like a week, you know, and I've been talking to people in you know, in this situation that I ain't never, they be calling me, emailing me, you know, are you okay? You know, so polite. And I'm like, you know, maybe you do got, I mean, I do believe in that. Sometimes you got to cuss a motherfucker out sometimes. Let them know you ain't playing. You know what I'm saying? And let them know that, look here, I'm here because I want to be, not because I need to be. You understand? Because I can go anywhere I want to go and do what I'm doing and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So you need to respect, and you need to be what's the word? You need to honor. You know what I'm saying? That I have chosen you to be the one to help me to my goal. You know, because I go find it. Look, it's plenty. It's plenty. Plenty. So, you know, and I can't sit here and definitively say that that's what it is. You know, but I can definitively say there's a new attitude. I'm feeling it. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't even about them. It's about me, because I'm looking at myself and I'm like, you know, you handling this pretty good, bro. You know what I'm saying? I talked to another one of my homeboys, and I had told him what the emotional plan was. You know what I'm saying? And you know, the funny thing about this shit, right, is like, the emotional plan was putting stress on me, because, you know, I'm trying to manipulate shit. You know what I'm saying? And then now the solid plan, the plan that's going to take me to the goal, is going to allow me to step into my purpose, which I'm really stepping into my purpose now, but, you know, it's just on a smaller scale. Anyway, that manipulation shit is stressful, because you're trying to control something. I'm trying to control this shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's easier to control something being who I am than trying to be, you know, faking it. You know, faking it to make a motherfucker do what I want him to do and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I didn't like the way I was feeling about that. You know, and then it became unnecessary anyway, because I decided, you know, to continue on in spite of, you know what I'm saying? I still feel as though they trying to fuck over me. You know, I still feel as though if I gave them the chance, they would. However, all of these things are unimportant, because I'm willing to sacrifice that. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to do what I need to do to get where I want to go. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, but if you don't mind your mind, you'll never be able to get nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Look, if you don't take chances, if you don't challenge yourself, you know what I'm saying? If you don't, you know, like, wait a minute, why is it like this? Why am I like this? If you don't have those why am I like this moments, and take, you know, a couple of days or however long it takes to do some self-analysis, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you got right now, you gonna have. But if you don't take the challenge, you ain't gonna never have what you're supposed to have. Mind your mind. Peace.